grown old fashion. Got some around the Hardwood Talks. First thing to talk about is that it's been reported that Giannis Antetokounmpo is open to being traded from the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yeah. This is something that I was hoping was not going to happen, but I figured it would. I think Giannis has seen because he's a loyal guy, and I think he's looked at what Milwaukee has been able to put forth since they won the title 4 years ago,
At least
and
try.
yeah, and he has said, "This will not be the place for me, and I don't think I'm gonna win another chip here if I stay here." So now that he's on the wrong side of 30, and he's a very prudent guy, yeah, he wants to think about his future, and unfortunately, just like another great that was a Buck originally, but he did it a lot sooner in his career. Thought and did the same thing and jetted for greener pastures. That's what Giannis is doing, and I don't blame him for it because it looks like the Bucks front office, just in the handling of Adrian Griffin, just told me all I needed to know about how things are and how things stand. So he wants stability in the front office. He wants stability with players, and he wants to play with guys who are willing to want to sacrifice for a chip. So yeah, I heard this news in the earlier this morning. I was like, okay, so now he's willing to dip his toe out there for real. So let's see what happens.
Yep. Sean Sharon broke the news on Get Up after the fact that probably did us a favor. Sean, I think you did the entire country a favor when you broke this news because
Yeah,
of what Cole Jones will be talking about when he gets the Total Football Talk on Friday with you, Willingham. Gotta love opening night, don't you? And I'm just gonna leave it like that. I'm just gonna leave it like that.
Woosah.
Yeah, well, go ahead and Wusa because you there's no avoiding it this time. You can't avoid it,
For
unfortunately.
4 months of this crap. I'm sorry. Woosah. I'm
But
happy
that's
for the defending champs. It's the matchup that I'm not going to like. Not necessarily because I don't understand it. It's the vitriol that we're going to be hearing, both you and I, since we're both NFL fans, from now until when this game starts the Thursday after Labor Day. But
yeah,
woosah, thank you. That is not the NBA
yeah. No, it's not NBA. Man. That's
or
why I said.
WNBA.
That's why I said I think Sean saved the country today for breaking that news with Giannis. Because otherwise, you know what the talk would have been about.
Yes,
And the schedule release is actually Wednesday. So
right. But
yeah,
but to get our appetites wet, they released said game that's going to open up the 2025 season. Yeah.
yeah, it sucks, but hey, it
Yeah.
is what it
Agreed.
is.
Agreed.
It is what it is.
Hmm.
I had another team in mind, but I think
I
I'll
had a
talk about
couple.
that
I had
Thursday.
a, I had a couple of teams in mind, but I'm vastly disappointed.
But yes, Giannis is open. Now, Giannis hasn't said he wants to be traded. Let's get this
No,
right.
no,
He's open to
open
being
for it.
traded, but
Hmm.
he didn't say he wants to be traded.
No,
He's
he's
still
open.
deciding because, like you said earlier, he's a loyal guy. So
Hmm.
that loyalty is playing a big part on him right now.
Yeah, I mean, if all things are equal, he wants to stay in Milwaukee and he wants to win another chip there. That's if all things are considered equal. I think what he's beginning to discover is it looks like not all things are equal when it comes to the Bucks, as opposed to if I were to think the grass is greener on whichever other side he might decide to jump.
So, which brings us to what you said. One of the key factors that plays into that role, the NBA draft lottery is tonight.
Hmm. Yep.
Will it be Utah? Will it be Charlotte? Will it be Atlanta? Will it be San Antonio? We don't know. Would it be
Will it?
Chicago, where it's actually being held at tonight?
Or will it be Philly trusting the process yet again?
Oh, will it be Philly? Here's the thing. Here's the thing. What you have here is the Cooper Flash showcase.
Basically, that's what this draft is about, right?
You got the Cooper Flash showcase. Whoever gets number one pick is most likely.
I'm going to draft him, number one overall, right?
And then whoever else is in the top four could be in play for Giannis. But a trade.
That's a good. That's sound analysis, sir. I think that's that. I think that's what's in play, and I think because of this news which broke this morning, yeah, I think now with the lottery teams, that's the next carrot to dangle after Cooper Flag.
So
Can we make our position sweeter for the Bucks to say we have this, the number 2 or number 3 or number 4 overall? Maybe you can give us Giannis for that. I mean, that's a possibility.
I appreciate
But
you
of course, the
giving me.
draft is next month. But I mean, that's still a possibility.
Thank you for trying to give me credit for that, but I took that from Brian Windhorse.
No, I
I
know.
was like, oh, really interesting. Because listen to Brian Windhorse, the Bucks have nothing. Bucks have nothing. They can't do nothing.
Yeah, so if they get a top 5 overall, yeah, that would be a good feather
They
in their
need
cap.
assets.
Yes. They need as many of them as any of them as they can get their hands on. But yeah.
They have no assets. And here's the scary part here. Even though they are not part of the draft lottery. But check this out. The best team in the NBA has a good amount of draft picks. We talking, I think they
Lord.
said 21 draft picks.
The Thunder is ridiculously loaded.
I was like,
And
how
they've been
does the
and they
number one team get all them picks?
and they've been the thing is they've been stockpiling these picks for the last 6-7 years. With every move they have made, they've guaranteed themselves at least 2 or 3 draft picks in return. And I'm like, how in the heck are you all just stacking these picks up?
So
Like,
just in
geez.
case the Oklahoma City Thunder doesn't work out the way that people wanted to work out, they might be in play for Giannis. That makes it even more scarier.
They might be in play. I don't think Giannis wants to go there. But yes, the Thunder would possibly be in play because they got picks upon picks on picks, and they may have yet another one with this draft later on tonight, depending on where certain teams fall.
So yeah, the best team in the country can be in the mix for Giannis after the Cooper as well as speaking of the West San Antonio Spurs.
I was listening to the scuttlebutt about that. To me, in terms of talent, that's the best spot for him to land. In terms of talent, I think that's the best spot for him to land. Now, if he wants to actually go to a ready-made contender, yeah, the Thunder obviously. The Knicks probably would need someone like him. Let me see. What's another good fit for him?
Hey, don't be gassing up Stephen A. Smith.
No, and I'll gas you up. The Magic probably be a good fit for him there too.
I don't think we have the assets though.
That's the only issues. That's the only issues with both the Knicks and the Magic. The assets, I don't think both teams have. But in terms of talent and what they need to push them over the edge and over the top, and he would provide different things to both the Knicks and the Magic. With the Knicks, he'll provide the understanding 1A that they have, because with with Karl Anthony Towns, it's does he want to be 1A? Does he want to be number 2? Does he want to be number 3?
Or does he want to be neither?
Or does he want to be any? But with Giannis, it's 1A or 1. And so you have that understanding that with Jalen Brunson, he knows for the first time since he sort of came into prominence right before he got traded from the Mavericks, where he had Luka Doncic. That situation would be that would provide itself there. You have two studs, one in the backcourt, one in the front court. That's the Knicks. For the Magic, They got a boatload of talent. They just need that veteran leadership.
Yeah, they do.
And not only will they get the veteran leadership with Antetokounmpo, but they'll also get a champion who has that veteran leadership
Veteran leadership, but
and talent. Because
my
the dude is still talented.
my main concern for my Magic is we need some shooters. We have no shooters.
True, you got some athletes on your team. I agree with you. You got some athletes, but yeah,
Because
if you
Pablo, Franz
mhm,
Wagner, they know how to put the ball in the bucket,
yeah,
but they don't do it in the level like Carmelo Anthony used to do. They don't do it at a level like SGA. We need some. We need. Matter of fact, I give an example.
hmm
We're gonna talk about the entire game later, but Peyton Pritchard, can we get a guy like that to be part of the team?
that's all he does.
That's what we need.
That's all he does. Just park out in the 3-point line and just chunk them.
Yeah, we need somebody that can hit him. We have nobody that can hit him. That's the problem. We're great defensively, but guess what?
Yeah,
Defensively want to get you so much when you can't
yeah,
do nothing on offense.
yeah. If you break your defense can't stop too many fast break opportunities if a team is really good on it. Yeah, as it was proven in the last round with the Celtics. But yeah,
Celtics didn't really blow us onto the final game, and that was it. That was after
no,
halftime.
no, no. I know. I'm just saying. But the Magic didn't even score 90 that game. That's what I'm saying. If the shots ain't falling, and you got them, and they try to have those long shots and they don't fall, those threes that brick give you long rebounds and they can jet down the court, which would be easy twos, if threes.
So that's my concern with my Magic. We need somebody that can shoot. Jeez, we need some. We
True.
can get some shooters. Okay,
I won't disagree with you there, but
I'm
I don't think the Magic, if they are in the running, I don't think they can turn down somebody like Giannis to be on the team though.
I'm just saying. But yes, draft lottery tonight. We'll see who's going to get the overall pick, and possibly have to hear about Cooper Flagg being there and how does he fit in
Mhm.
all
And
this stuff.
no, he ain't gonna be to the Rockets. As nice as it would be, no, no, because I heard that too. I'm like, no,
I mean,
same
the,
issue.
the
They don't have.
surprising
They
the
don't really
surprising
have the assets.
turnaround from the Rockets.
Yeah, yeah, no assets. Or if you feel as though the Bucks think, oh, Jalen Green would be a great pickup and get. But I think his stock in terms of if you want to trade him has fallen because of last round. But that's me.
So yes, draft lottery tonight. Giannis is open to be traded, not going to be traded, but he's open to it.
For the first time in his 12-year career. Yeah.
So this is an interesting thing that's going on right now. And then the final thing. Oh man, Mr. Jordan
Mhm.
joining NBC as a special contributor for
Here we
NBC's
go.
NBA. Oh my gosh. And
Here
this
we
is,
go.
it says right here, and I got the article up on ESPN.
So, Michael, do you think you're better than LeBron? Oh gosh.
NBC announced Monday that Hall of Famer Michael Jordan will be a special contributor to its NBA coverage beginning this fall. Jordan will make announcements via video at NBC's Upfront on Monday, with the network following with an announcement on social media. She struck a 11-year deal here. Don't forget that.
Oh, talking about NBC.
NBC,
Yes. Yes.
yeah, NBC, and I hate to say this, but for those of you who are mad about some of these shows that was unfortunately cut, it was because of the NBA.
Yeah, NBA wanted a bigger bag. Yeah.
No, I'm talking about the
Mm,
show that was on NBC. They released the shows that they cut,
oh.
and there was some good shows that they cut. I
hmm
was like, that's an NBA move, ain't it?
Yep.
And you know me. Let me go do my research.
hmm
Sure enough, NBA move.
I mean, it cost NBC a pretty penny to get it back. So yeah.
So yeah, some of the good shows that they cut, it was for the NBA, which includes Peacock too. Okay. So you're gonna have NBC dealing with the WWE and the NBA.
Oh, that's right. Saturday night's main event. Not this Saturday. Next Saturday. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Unfortunately, due to what happened to me last month, I can't go, and I was planning on going to it. It's right down there, not that far from
Yeah, about to say what? It's about an hour from you.
me.
Yeah.
No, it's about 4 hours.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. I keep forgetting. You're not in Orlando. You're in Jacksonville. Yeah.
Yeah. If I was in Orlando, still, it would be 2 hours.
Yeah.
It's basically two trips to Jacksonville and Orlando to get to Tampa.
Gotcha.
But yes, Michael Jordan. I'm looking forward to this. I don't
Look,
know.
Jordan
The
knows his
GOAT is
basketball.
going to contribute to the coverage.
Jordan knows his basketball. I mean, you've heard interviews of his. I've heard interviews of his. He definitely knows the sport, and he loves being an ambassador of the sport. Obviously, in the 22 years since he has left the sport as a player for good, he enjoys being an ambassador. And I think when they did the NBA all NBA all 75th anniversary team, and he got that love that he received in Cleveland of all places. I know that had to. I know that to warm his heart and make him think, how can I contribute to the game? And here's another thing I think that I thought of when I saw this. Bill Russell, yes, winningest champion in NBA history and probably even sports history. And for those who don't know, he won 11 championships, a couple of them even as a player coach. But I digress. In the 80s, he actually decided to become an analyst. And it was interesting to see the knowledge that he actually decided to dispense when he got the chance to do it. So I'm seeing, and of course, this was about, well, a little less time, like about maybe 12 years after 12, 13 years after he retired. So, here's Jordan, you know, 2026 season, 23 years after he hangs it up for good. And he actually now has the ability to talk about how things are as a player, how things are as an executive, and how things are as an owner. That's a really good base of knowledge from that one source. And by the way, he pretty much by if I think 3/4 of basketball fans is considered the greatest basketball player who ever played.
Yep. I'm looking up here. So what it looks like here, if I'm looking at this correctly, with the addition of Michael Jordan, you have Carmelo Anthony as a studio analyst.
That's a good pickup too.
You have Jamal Crawford and Reggie Miller as
Ooh,
analysts as well.
Jamal Crawford, one of the greatest storytellers is out there, one of the most underrated storytellers out there. So that's a really
And
good pickup.
I'm
And he
surprised
knows the
Dwayne
sport.
Wade. I'm surprised Dwayne Wade ain't do it because he did good on the
Oh, he
Olympics.
was a wonderful color guy in the Olympics. Yeah.
And then your two play-by-play guys as of right now, NBC. You couldn't pick any two better guys in my opinion. So you should go with here with the play-by-play. Mike Tirico and Noah Eagle. I'm just saying.
Oh, those your two play-by-plays for
Yep.
NBC?
Yes.
Noah, not Ian.
No.
Interesting. Okay, so Noah gets a chance to be prime time with basketball. Okay, cool.
Because I think what they did with him, I think the Olympics was his test,
This
and
test,
he
yeah, yeah.
surpassed it.
Oh, he was awesome. He was awesome, and I was hoping he was going to get an opportunity to do play-by-play on the big national stage after the Olympics. I was like, I like how he calls games. He's pretty cool. He's knowledgeable. He's entertaining. He's into the game. He's knowledgeable with the sport, and he's similar to how his father is, where he does not step over the color guy. He lets the color guy shine too. Yeah, and Mike Tirico, I think he's been chomping at the bit to call NBA games again. So yeah, I think those are two good play-by-play guys. I agree.
So I'm looking. This is. Hey, NBC ain't playing,
No, NBC is not playing at all.
and you know they're bringing the whole music back. So
Bring it back the John Tesh theme. For those who don't know,
I haven't heard that. I haven't heard. I haven't heard that thing so much in my life until after this deal.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they using it in the commercials now. I'm like, good gracious.
Yeah. That's how it was
They told
from 91 to 2003. Yeah.
they told Fox, "Hey, we taking our music back." Cause
Yeah.
You know Fox was using it for their college hoops.
Mm-hmm.
And they taking it back now.
Mm. Oh, well. But yeah, good for NBC. I think they're showing you their series and wanted to cover the sport. It's been now it will be 35 years since they last did it. And so now they're coming back with a bang, and I'll be doggone if having probably the most focused on athlete in the last 40 years be an analyst. Whew, man.
NBC, they on the move. They doing things. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm pretty sure they gonna have some more people in it as
Oh
we
yeah.
become it.
Oh yeah. I mean, this is May. I mean, they won't be doing anything until what, October. So yeah, you got some time.
But man, what they have already?